Hi guys, it's Megan from imamom2.wordpress.com. So I thought I would walk you through kind of our summer advent calendar. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to be calling it, but after Christmas last year, actually let me backtrack. A few Christmases ago, through one of the moms groups that I'm part of here in town, I had the opportunity to make an activities-based advent calendar. And I'll say this, I am not crafty, okay? I am completely in awe of women that look at basically like recycling bins and can make these fantastic, amazing crafts. I do not have this ability. It just not one of my skills. I see that it's recycling. That's it. Other women do not, and it's amazing to me. My daughter will look in the blue bin specifically for craft supplies, and she just has that mind. And I feel horrible because I don't have that mind. But I want to try to capture it in her somehow, and I do encourage her with it because it is so fascinating to me. Anyway, so I actually created an advent calendar with this moms group a number of years ago, and I was nervous the first year because I wanted it to be about activities that we could do every day. And those are not activities where you go out and you spend bazillions of dollars on taking the kids to some amusement park or something, you know, in December. These could be like simple little activities like we all have hot chocolate and marshmallows together. You know, we go see Santa together. You know, stuff like this. I was sick and tired of spending December eating cheap chocolate. Because let's face it, Lindor doesn't make advent calendars, at least not that I'm aware of. And also, my son doesn't eat anything that comes in any of these advent calendars. So my daughter would come running downstairs every day, she'd eat a piece of cheap chocolate, and then my son would have nothing to do with it. So we changed over to this activity schedule. This past Christmas, my daughter was actually really upset that when we had to put it away because, you know, it was finished. And then she, in her brilliant and creative mind, said, "Mommy, can we have an advent calendar for summertime?" Originally, she asked for leading up to their birthday because it's at the end of July, but with the access schedule that their dad has over summer, he has them for basically what's called 4 non-consecutive weeks over the summertime. So it kind of works out every other weekend. And so it was only going to be like 2 weeks on this advent calendar to be able to go to their birthday. So I figured, you know, why don't I just do it for the whole summer? And then I found, and I've hauled this already, so I'm going to show it to you again. I found this whiteboard at Dollarama. It was for $3, and it's just a white erase board. Oh, where's my scissors? There they are. I'm just going to open it up now. But it's basically a week of for you know, it's a weekly whiteboard, right? And it goes from Monday to Sunday, which is a little awkward in my world, but it works. You know, I think it'll work. And it does actually come with, let's see, 4 magnets and a dry erase marker, and oh, look at that, magnetic dry erase name tags as well. So I thought it was kind of a perfect way to do this. And between that and for the last 3 years, I have actually posted on my blog, and I'll include the link in the description below, kind of a summer bucket list, for lack of a better term, but basically activities that families can do over the summer it's not geographic specific, right? So it might say to go to the zoo, but you can always figure out where the local zoo is. And to be able to, and so I've posted that on my blog, and basically throughout the summer we have just always used those activities as kind of what we're going to do, but this year we're actually going to put them on the whiteboard here. And so when it says, you know, when there's one that says, let's have a play date, I can put the child's name in beside. So now these magnets that are offered, they do actually have writing on them. So appointments, bills, shopping, and coupons. And you know, frankly, those last two especially, they're going to work for us, because one of the things that I want to do, that my daughter's asked actually to do this summer. Sorry, I'm just ripping these things off. Is to learn how to coupon better and to learn how to shop and all this kind of stuff. And I was kind of surprised actually when she asked that, because frankly I'm able to go shopping without them during the school year, but then once the school year stops, they're here, I have to go shopping with them. So it was kind of cool to find out that she actually wants to learn how to price match, how to coupon, how to buy basically groceries. So we will actually be, you know, including these two magnets on the board. So I just thought that I would, well, here's an example of my list of different activities. So it's nothing beautiful. I am not a graphic designer. It's the way it is. But, you know, I've got stuff on here. Go to the farmer's market, go to the library, splash pad, beach. This one actually I think I'm going to enjoy making. It's to make a park passport with your local parks, and then have the kids take photos or make notes of their favorite things at that park. So then that's where kind of my daughter's journal can come into play, where then she can write about what she liked at that park or what she didn't like or anything. And then it also forces us to discover all these new parks in town. So I thought I would take a minute to just kind of set up our summer advent calendar. I don't know, can I call it that? Leave descriptions and leave comments in the descriptions below, and let me know, one, if I can call it that, because I'm not sure if Advent honestly is related to Christmas or not. Am I allowed to admit that? I don't know. Or what I should actually call this thing, because yeah, I really don't know. Okay, so I've created kind of our list for the week here. I do have to ask my daughter if she wants for me to write it out each day, kind of, so she comes down in the morning and it's a surprise for the day, like what happened for the Christmas Advent calendar. But here's just kind of an example of how I've set it up for the week. So on Monday, I don't know if you can read this, but it actually says go to the splash pad and don't forget your sunscreen, and I'm scheduling that with a couple other families with autism. On Tuesday, we're going to sorry, I can't read it backwards and through the thing and whatever. So on Tuesday, we have a play date, and it's going to be at a splash pad. On Wednesday, we're going to a community fair that's being held at a lavender farm. Can I tell you how excited I am about this? Just the thought of being surrounded by lavender. Oh, I hope to be able to take a whole bunch of footage for you guys. And then on Thursday, because I've already used the play date one here, so I may have to make another one, we've got another play date, and they actually have a pool, which we're allowed into, so yay. And then on Friday, we are going to go to a new park. And I may also be inviting some autism families to that as well. But I wanted to start kind of going to new parks around town. On Saturday, we are probably going to be having a movie day, because Minions is out. And my kids want to see Minions, so their grandfather has offered to come in and come into town and help me take the kids to see Minions, because it can be done with one person, but it's just easier with two, in case my son can't handle being in the movie theater. I mean, the last couple times that I've taken him over the last few years, he's been okay, but you just never know. The sound may not be right that day. He may not want to watch Minions that day or whatever. So we need kind of an escape route, for lack of a better term, already figured out. And then on Sundays, On weeks when the kids are home, they are actually going to be spending the day with their dad to be able to let them have a little bit extra time, like as much extra time as possible throughout the summer with their dad. So they're going to be at their dad's on Sunday. So there's kind of an example of how I'm going to be using this advent calendar throughout the year. Let me know in the comments section below if you would like me to share kind of each of the weeks that we're doing this and what's on the calendar, because I'm happy to share that, even if it gives you guys ideas as to what you can do with your kids. Now, I try to kind of just do one thing per day. I mean, there are other items in my my summer activities listing that can easily be put into these days as well. Like, one of them is, you know, go outside and play frisbee. So frankly, if the kids are running off the wall, I'm just going to pull that one out of the file and say, you know what, let's go play some frisbee outside now. Yeah, okay, we have a play date this afternoon, but that's not until this afternoon. So let's go play some frisbee, or let's go out and, you know, use chalk all over the sidewalk outside, or stuff like that. So a lot of those smaller activities are in this list as well. It's now all awkward because I've, you know, cut things out and whatever. But yeah, so there's our summer advent schedule, or whatever we're going to call it. I'll ask my daughter to see what name she comes up with, because she's crazy creative, which is awesome. So there we go. This is what we are going to be doing next week. So like, comment, and subscribe below if you want to follow our activities throughout the summer. Bye, guys.